How much meme coin is each captain going to be airdropped? This is a question we've all been asking ourselves for months, and during a recent AMA with the MVP holders, the team finally revealed some details about the tokenomics. I kept hearing it's super bullish, so I found some leaks in the ship, got the information, and I was able to piece together what I feel is a solid estimate of how much each asset is going to be airdropped. None of this financial advice. It's also based on rumors, on leaks, so I can't guarantee the accuracy of my calculations. So please keep that in mind and don't make any financial decisions based off of what you see in this video. So let's dive into this sheet that I've pieced together. If you're watching on Twitter, I'm going to link screenshots to this down below in a thread. And if you're watching on YouTube, it's going to be in the description below the video. So there is some confirmed information that we know about the tokenomics. We know the total supply is going to be 69 billion. We know the FDV, or fully diluted valuation, is 69 million. The opening price of one meme coin is $0.001 USD. And we know that the allocation airdropped to holders across all assets is 25%. So 25% of 69 million is $17,250,000. Now, if we look at any token, here I'm using Arbitrum as an example, they don't release 100% of the total supply in the first day. That's illustrated here by total supply 10 billion. However, the circulating supply is 1.275 billion. And you can also see the fully diluted market cap is 10 billion. However, the market cap of the circulating supply, the market cap we always refer to, is 1.3 billion. So I'm making an estimate here that only 10% of the total supply is going to be unlocked on the first day. And the market cap is going to be 6.9 million, which I feel is very reasonable. And it also falls in line with the whole meme numbers that they're doing of 69 billion, 69 million FDV, and 6.9 million market cap. Now, all the calculations, when I convert USD to ETH, it's going to be based off of ETH at $1,700, which is roughly the price of ETH at the time of filming this video. Now, before we jump into the airdrop numbers, here's how I'm weighing everything. There's 10,000 captains. There's also 10,000 potatoes and 420 MVPs, even though we could put it to 300 because 120 are supposed to be burnt and turned into ordinals. But let's just be more conservative, leave it at 420. And if it ends up being 300, the MVPs would be airdropped more meme coin. And I'm assuming that potatoes are going to get 1/4 of what captains are going to get, which I have no idea if this number is right. It could be, I think it's too high, but I'm just giving it 1/4. And I'm saying MVPs are getting 5x whatever captains are getting. And this is based on the mint price of MVPs being 5x the mint price of captains. However, if you have an MVP, don't freak out. We're going to look back here. I know that you're getting 12x the pre-sale allocation. So a lot of people are probably going to say we're going to get 12x airdropped. So we'll come back and run the calculations with 12 times. Let's just start off with 5 to be more conservative for the MVPs. So assuming all of these numbers and the lowest market cap of 6.9 million, let's look at the numbers. The first number is going to be low. Don't freak out. That is the lowest possible, hopefully the lowest possible market cap we can be at, but we're obviously going to be higher than that. So don't freak out by the first number. It's going to be low. Now, the other thing you have to keep in mind is the vesting period. We don't know what the vesting schedule or percentage is going to be. We are going to take a look at that after. For now, we're just going to talk about the total amount airdropped, but it's going to be unlocked after a period of 10 seconds, 10 weeks, 10 years. I have no idea how long. So basing everything on my calculations, if they're correct, the starting amount that each captain is going to be airdropped is roughly $1,200 or 0.7 ETH. Now, like I said, that's at the starting market cap. However, it's going to go up. So if we got to 50 million, which I believe is way in the realm of possibility, you see some of the weirdest meme coins go way higher. Each captain would be airdropped in total $8,500 or roughly 5 ETH, which is higher than the current floor of captains, which sit around 4 ETH or $6,800. If we made it to 100 million, and for perspective, Harry Potter Obama Sonic 10 Inu hit 170 million. So I do think 100 million for meme coin is very possible. They would be worth $17,000 or 10 ETH in meme coin. And if we hit 250 million, each captain would be worth roughly $43,000 of meme coin or 25 ETH. If we hit 500 million, and for perspective, Pepe is currently at 430 million market cap, each captain would have received $86,000 of meme coin or roughly 50 ETH. And if we put on our Moonboy hat, look, there's rockets. Okay, Moonboy, I'm not saying this is going to happen, especially not immediately, maybe in the bull market. Each captain would have been airdropped $171,000 or 100 ETH worth of meme coin. And next, the ultimate bull case. There's two rocket emojis here. So ultimate bull case is if meme coin ever gets to $1, that whole meme, similar to Doge, the market cap would be at 6.9 billion, and each captain would have been airdropped $1.2 million of meme coin, which is roughly 700 Ethereum. Now, if we move on to potatoes, we'll go through these much quicker. The initial amount is $300. If we get to 100 million, they would have $4,300 of meme coin. If we got to $500 million, $21,000 of meme coin. 1 billion is 43K, and 6.9 billion Moonboy stuff is $300,000. Finally, we have MVPs. 6.9 million puts us at $6,000. 50 million is 43 grand. If we hit 100 million market cap, they would have $86,000 worth of meme coin, or 50 ETH, which is currently higher than the floor price by roughly 15 ETH. If we got to $250 million market cap, they would have $215,000 or 125 Ethereum of meme coin. $500 million is 430. 1 billion is $856,000 or 500 ETH. And the Moonboy case, meme coin to $1, almost $6 million of meme coin, which is insane. Now, like I mentioned, we can skew these numbers here. Let's say potatoes get less. They only get 1/10. I'm no longer going to be basing it roughly on the floor price. They're going to only get 1/10 because they were a free mint. And let's bump MVPs to 12 because they are getting 12 times the allocation. The floor price is also like a 9x the floor price of captains. And these are the biggest supporters of meme land. They hold the most expensive asset. And some of these people have been literal day one holders. So let's just say Ray wants to reward them. They get 12x the airdrop that captains get. If we go back to the numbers, it doesn't change too much for the captains. Potatoes obviously got nerfed because I cut their airdrop by over 50%, but this would be super bullish for MVPs, and a lot of MVPs do believe they're getting 12x the airdrop of captains. If we simply got to 50 million, they would have $93,000 of meme coin, not unlocked on day one, but total, which is more expensive than the current floor price by 20 ETH. If we got to 100 million, which I think is very reasonable, especially over a long period of time, even though meme coin is a meme coin with no utility, I think 100 million is very reasonable, and each MVP would be worth 110 ETH or $187,000 of meme coin. And we can keep going with these numbers. If we ever went to $1 billion, they'd be worth $1.87 million or 1,100 ETH. And for the moon boys out there, if meme coin ever went to $1, that whole narrative played out, they would have $13 million of meme coin. Now, obviously the price would have to sustain at 6.9 billion market cap because it's vested, right, over a long period of time. So let's put the numbers back to what we originally had them. And what we're going to do is we are going to guess, we're going to estimate that 25% is unlocked on day one. And this number might be less, it might be 20, so 1/5 of this 25%. So 20 is 5 of 25. I'm going to put 25, so 1/4. I could also put 50 here, although I do think that's way too high, but let's put 25. And this is how much would be unlocked on day one. So at the smallest possible market cap, $300 for captains, 75 for potatoes, and 1,500 for MVPs. It's low, but it's obviously not going to stay here. If we went to 50 million, you'd have 2 grand with your captains. 100 mil, you'd have over 4 grand that you can dump on day one. 250 mil, you'd have over the current floor on day one that you can dump. Not that it's going to get to 250 mil on day one, but it's unlocked as of day one and you can do what you want with it. You would have almost $11,000 of meme coin. And I do feel that 250 million is a reasonable place for meme coin to eventually hit. And then if we get into the way more speculative market caps, 500 mil, you'd have $21,000. If we got to a bill really quickly, you'd have $43,000. And let's say Elon Musk said, I love meme coin, and it shot up to 6.9 billion market cap. From the initial airdrop that you're allowed to sell, you'd have almost $300,000 from a captain. We can also quickly go through potatoes and MVP. So 75 grand, 500. If we got to 100,000 on day one, you'd have a grand from a potato that you can sell. If you got to $250 million market cap, you'd have roughly $2,700. 500 million over $5,000. A billion Moonboy case, you'd have almost $11,000. From the initial 25% airdrop to you, you'd have $11,000. 6.9 bill, which is not going to happen, you'd have $74,000. And for MVPs, 1,500, you'd have 11,000 if we got to 50 mil. I won't read them out one by one there. You can just see them. And just to illustrate it, if I went to the other numbers, let's put 12 and we go back down here. It mainly changes for potatoes and MVPs. MVPs on day one, if we got to 100 million, you'd be able to sell $47,000. If we got to a quarter billion, let's say in the first week, you'd have $116,000 or $117,000 that you can dump right away, which is over 2x the floor. So MVPs, if they do get this 12x, this is incredibly bullish for MVPs. And you could see also the rest of the numbers here. So that's it for the numbers. Let me know in the comments down below if I made mistakes in my calculations, if you think I'm a moon boy, if you think it's too conservative, if the allocations are off. As for the question of Wen Memecoin, I don't know the answer to that. I did hear the delays are due to them partnering with different centralized exchanges. If I had to guess which ones, I'd say Binance is for sure on their list because that's the biggest exchange. And it's also an exchange in Asia. And although I want Memecoin to happen as fast as possible, I know there's been a ton of FUD lately. I would rather they wait to partner with the right people and they have an amazing Memecoin launch than them rushing it just because we want that liquidity and we're desperate to get some money. So that's it for today's video. If you enjoyed it, hit the like button, hit that retweet. If you haven't already subscribed, would you kindly hit that subscribe button, smash that bell notification. Thanks for watching the Crypto Gorilla.